Hello folks, welcome to this channel and to this video series. My name is Silvano Coriani. I work in the Azure Postgres team, and I've been working with SQL Server for most of my professional life. So the goal for me in this series is to actually share the learnings that I'm having as I'm studying and using and understanding more about Postgres, coming from a different database technology background. Now, let me give you a little bit of background about myself. I started working on SQL Server in the mid-90s, and at that time, I was working on industrial automation solutions and services, and we were actually storing most of the data captured from sensors in the field, embedding systems and such in custom binary files. At that point, it became clear to us that in order to be able to store and manage and analyze data, we needed to start using a real kind of database engine for that. And SQL Server back in the days was starting to capture and to grab some traction in the market. So we started using SQL Server on Windows NT. And we were, as I was saying, we were capturing lots of data, loading lots of data. So data loading and analyzing operations were key. And that's where I started specializing around data access, optimizing data loading into databases, and also around troubleshooting query performance and working with different deployments of SQL Server. So I was kind of a mix of application developer and DBA. At that point, I actually started my own company doing a lot of similar kind of consultancy activities, but also teaching and speaking in public conferences about SQL Server. Then I joined Microsoft. I continued to work with a focus on software development companies and independent software vendors adopting SQL Server in their own applications. And this actually was the main audience that made SQL Server successful also in enterprise companies, because they were adopting applications based on SQL Server behind the scenes. Later on, I joined actually the SQL Server team, where I've been spending time working on different areas and technologies. But more recently, I moved to the Postgres team in Azure, and I'm now learning most of the time about both, the core database engine differences between SQL Server and Postgres, but also what it takes actually to take the Postgres engine and make it a successful manage the database service on the Azure platform. And so the goal for me in the series is to actually share the learnings with you and cover as many areas as possible. So you will find a lot of different videos that are covering different areas, starting from the ground up, and hopefully you will find this helpful as it is for me learning along the way. Thanks again, and enjoy the series.